Hey guys, welcome back to Supermoist Garage. It's Paulo Coelho here from Supermoist, and yeah, so another time for another review, and this is the big one, IMPI. Yeah, so a big smile on my face. As you can see, we've just come back from it, and yeah, wow. wow. Geez, and where to start? Okay, so let's just follow our format because that's the way it goes. So realistically, at the end of the day, IMPI have a website that you can book online and all the rest. Yes, 100%. Does it tell you about the event and the history of the event? Yes, 100%. Very quite detailed. It tells you exactly what your kilometers that the guys did. Your results are on the website, so well-run website, nice. There is a store on the website that you can buy stuff from as well, and all the rest, and all good. You can pay online and all the rest. This year had 950 entries, if I'm not mistaken. They went from 750 to 900, and wow, we were expecting a little bit of a snag here and there, but absolutely not. The format that Craig and Willem used, they used it again, obviously a little bit more hyped up. They got Hollywood in to come and commentate, which means they gave Willem and Craig more time to deal with the processing of everything. More marshals on board just to get the guys through the gate. Registration, no problem. You'll see the videos that I put up for registration, absolutely no problem whatsoever. Registration starts off, no queues, GPS, no queues, nice spectator value, a nice big hall, food, drinks for sale, merchandise for sale, lots of merchandise for sale. Supermoist, we were there, Liquid Molly was there, and then the IMPI store itself, which compiled of their different stuff and whatnot, that was there. There was even time sharing for RTR Cafe, so they were there, they were selling timeshare. So yeah, spectator value 100%. At the registration was in the RTR Cafe, so your kids could run around, ride around with their bicycles. They could go onto the water slides. They could go to the hot water pool, do whatever they want while you were busy registering. Your wife could go have a drink. She could go look at apparel to buy, hoodies and t-shirts and clothing and that from a few different stores that had, obviously IMPI had, Supermoist had, and Liquid Molly had apparel to be bought. So great stuff. Registration went through smoothly, no hiccups, no nothing on both days. There's 2 days registration, so you could either register on Wednesday or you could register on Thursday before the time trial. So cool. Time trial comes along and off we go, and the time trial smooth. With the time trial, obviously it's not a set time that you have to be there at that time. They realistically open the gates. You go do your time trial and come back, and they clock your time. They put you in your position, and that's your starting point then for Friday. So that goes off smoothly, no problem. Again, spectator value. There's a riverbed that the people were crossing and falling and whatnot. And then there was also a climb coming down. So some spectator value in the pits area. Tell me what happened. Quickly. Tell me what happened. Quickly. Tell me what happened. Quickly. Great. There was food available. There was Supermoist selling. Fast KTM had a big truck at the top. So there was spectator value as well, even on the time trial. So great stuff. First day, Friday comes along, on time, bang on time. Bronze leaving at 8 o'clock. Iron leaving at 8:30. Time, no problem. They really put effort even with the 950 riders, no problem whatsoever. The tracks itself, great tracks. Obviously this year we've had a lot of rain, so the water erosion was quite hectic, because you get all this water channeling down the mountains. So, but it makes it for interesting riding. So, it was interesting riding, is hard enduro, is a race. So, you know what? it is what it is. You still had your flowy stuff. You still had your big step downs that Philip and Craig. These guys always put that big step ups, like as always, river crossings, like always. So definitely, what I did find in the event was that people underestimated IMPI. So you had a lot of people that were riding gold, then that dropped down to silver. A lot of guys are riding silver that dropped down to bronze, and a lot of guys are riding bronze that dropped down to iron. So misconception is that IMPI is easy, and yeah, well, good luck with that. It's not that easy. It is a hard enduro. So guys, you need to look at the name, hard enduro. It's there for a reason. So we had a lot of guys stepping down. I don't know if there's any guys stepped up, but IMPI does allow that you can either step up and step down. Great tracks, flowy, GPS on point, all the rest. You had to follow your GPS. They warned everybody 1,000,000 times, follow your GPS, be on track. The mountain passes, the off cambers, especially when you're on a mountain, the you could be down here but your line is actually up there. Now from there to there could only be 1 meter, but you could be on an elevation of 100 meters, and you could be 100 meters down here. So, the guys that didn't follow the GPSs, they got themselves into a little bit of trouble here and there, but it was a great laid out track, great event all in all. The pit area, great food. The rugby club, I can't remember which rugby club it was, set up this food event, great food. There was coffee, there was drinks, there was biltong, there was fast KTM at the truck at the top, supermoist, we were down at the bottom. Liquid Molly was at the washing station selling products. USN was also there on Friday and Saturday, giving out supplements and juices and recovery shakes and things like that, which is always so lacquer. Thanks guys for that. I really, really appreciated that. Well done. And then, great event. Saturday comes, again, smack bag on time. Saturday was ice cold. I was going to say the P word, but I'm going to leave that alone. Ice cold. It was really, really, really cold on Saturday morning. And it rained the Friday night, and there was snow on the mountains and so forth. But it was really, really cold Saturday morning. But again, dead on time. We all left perfectly. We went and did our loop. Now, A batch and B batch. And realistically, I was in the A batch, and I sort of went out on the day one, and I came back and I was like, geez, if that is IMPI, this year, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to either go down to iron, or they just got a DNF. They're not going to finish.
How did it go?
Yeah, it's not a lot of people are going to finish that, eh?
Really?
Yeah. Not a lot of people are going to finish that.
It was a tough one.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well done, man.
Oh, this one, she's broken. And then I was speaking to the guys that did the B loop, because we did A loop and we're going to do the B loop, and they were like, geez, that's a crazy loop. And I was like, holy crap, because the first day like sort of knocked my wind a little bit, and then and I was thinking, geez, second day, if it's going to be the same, this is interesting. I didn't think about downgrading or anything. I just thought, this is, welcome to the real world, welcome to IMPI type of thing, But we rode on Saturday now, and I found Saturday to be such a joy and actually a breeze, you know what I mean? And then the guys that rode B on Friday, they came rode A on Saturday. They said, no man, A was a breeze. And I was like, and we got this like conflict. The only reason why I sort of figured this one out, and I think the only thing that I could think of is that by the time we rode the B track on Saturday, the track was already well worn in. Where on Friday, you ride in GPS looking, where's the track, and you ride in this like sort of sorely eroded, and you're going over this, and it was much slower. Where on Saturday, we rode on the track that all the guys, 200 riders rode on. So we actually had a better indication where to go, and vice versa. The guys that rode the B track on Saturday, they rode the A track, and I think the track was a little bit more laid in. So Saturday was a bit of a faster day and a little bit easier. So the guys that bailed out on bronze or whatever the case is, the day before, you maybe should have just stuck your guns, because I think you would have found it a little bit easier. I surely did.
And how was your finish?
Yeah, good.
You came in strong.
Today was a good day. Today was far easier than yesterday. Far easier. They can say what the fuck they want to say. Far easier today than yesterday.
Well done. And you got your medal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I surely did. The passes are still there. The step ups are still there. The long passes, the big stuff is still there. It wasn't like any, but it was a little bit more ridden in. So I think it was a little bit easier. Had a great day Saturday. Came out there, the big smile on my face, and that's what it's all about. So tracks all great, GPS all done. Prize giving. Big, massive prize giving. They had the rugby showing. So because we had obviously rugby South Africa playing, so they didn't say, well, no, we're not going to. They had big screens up showing the rugby and whatnot, and they started the prize giving straight after that, which was nice for everybody, because the people that wanted to watch the rugby, they could and at least enjoy that. They had food for the prize giving event, which was great, and you could, and also drinks and all the rest, and have the prize giving. Awesome stuff, guys. Well done. Very Taryn, Willem. I haven't seen Willem much, but wow. What can we say? I mean, Jesus, look at this. I mean, this is awesome. What an event, guys. Heart goes out to these guys, absolutely. Everybody, well done. Had great riding, great event, great people, great Hollywood.
Thanks, brother. Just make more jackets next time, okay? Make about 900 of those winter jackets, and you might just sell out, okay?
The prize giving then did all the prizes from gold all the way down to iron, ladies, age groups, all the rest. You had prizes and trophies, and everybody obviously doing the race would get a proper decent metal medal, which is nice. Okay, not some little TP plastic thing. Okay, which is a proper decent medal to remembrance of you doing the race. And then if you came in those places, you'd actually get. Then the sponsors came and all the sponsors gave prizes. So then there was random numbers being called out. Okay, and then you would win the tires, you'd win mooses. We gave away riding shirts, riding pants, mooses. We gave bike stands, tie downs, flasks, coffee flasks, driving mugs, coffee mugs, that type of stuff. So all great stuff, and there was a lot of prizes to be given away, a hell of a lot of prizes, so very decent. Afterwards, they had a DJ playing music, and there was a little bit of a opskop and party, burnouts, because that's traditional at IMPI. So we... we convinced Tristan to blow his motor. Sorry, Tristan. we were a little bit drunk. Sorry, I apologize. But great. So far, on overall, I gave IMPI 9.5 out of 10. Why the 0.5? I actually don't know. you get 10 out of 10, but for the sake of just leaving a little bit of room, just in case there's anybody better than you, that I doubt it. But 9.5 out of 10, that's my rating on IMPI. Guys, what a great event. You can see I'm smiling from ear to ear. Great event, great riding. Wow, just awesome. Anyway, No more said than done. Good stuff. Ride safe. Be safe.
Supermoist.